Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and there's a new tutorial project that I have here. This is a box kite, and this tutorial shows you how to make a box kite. I also have full instructions with pictures and diagrams and measurements on my website. A box kite is kind of an unusual looking kite, not your normal kite, but and you would think that it wouldn't fly because it's such an odd shape, but it flies really well. I took it out for a couple of test runs in very light winds, not even winds, breezes, and it took off. So it's a really terrific little kite. I really enjoy it, and people really liked it because it's such an odd shape. You don't need a whole lot of materials to do this. I used, here's what I used. I used 4 quarter-inch dowels that are 36 inches long, 4 quarter-inch dowels that are 14 inches long, a couple of straws, some string, masking tape, scissors, and some plastic. You can use garbage bag plastic. You can even use newspapers to do this project. This plastic doesn't have to be plastic. You can use newspapers. It actually works real well. I bought the kite string. If you don't have any kite string, I bought a cheap and inexpensive kite at a dollar store for $1, and just so I could get the kite string, and this worked really well. So, and of course, there's some tools you want to have, measuring, cutting, a pencil. So that's the whole project, and it's a really nice project. It really works well. It takes a little while to build it, but it's well worth it because it comes out really nice and it flies really well, and it's really a unique little project. About the parts, you can improvise and use almost anything. You can use square pieces of wood. You can use plastic. If you can find thin plastic that's reasonably strong and long enough, you can use that. Improvise anything you can do. And I used quarter-inch dowels. That was easiest for me. But they don't have to be round. They can be square. So, improvise something, and I'll show you how I made this step by step. And I'll be right back. Now, before we begin assembly, I wanted to show you one little trick that I use for my round dowels that you might like. Here's a piece of straw I cut about 2 inches long, and then I put a little cut in it, so it's half cut. Now, what happens is, say this is an upright here of your kite. See how that forms that shape like that? Now you can actually assemble your kite together. Like that. And then you would put some tape on that, tape it up really nice, put some string on it, and that'll work really well. But that's a little trick that I use. Kind of works out nice. Tape it up nice and tight, and you can see that's what I did inside here in these cross pieces. I actually have inside here is a piece of straw that I used to connect that together. So that's a little trick. You don't have to do that. You can tape your pieces together. You can tie them together with string. Anything you can do. Make it strong, reasonably strong, and try to keep it light. The lighter the kite, the better it is. Okay, take your 14-inch pieces and create two X's like this. Just like that. Tie it up with string, put masking tape on them, make them nice and strong. Try to get them in the center as best you can. Those are your cross pieces that are going to go right inside the kite like this. So now from here, all you have to do is assemble these to your uprights like this. 6 inches from the end. 6 inches. To do all 4. You can use your method of the straw. You can use string. You can use tape. You can use all of them. You use the straw, string, and tape. But then you make your frame. You put one here 6 inches from this end, and one 6 inches from the other end, and your structure will be just about done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like before we put the plastic on. Now, I just wanted to show you a little trick here. If you have trouble assembling the frame, getting it started and holding it together, particularly if you're working by yourself, you can actually tape 2 of these against the wall. See, I've taped these against the wall. And now I can put it together, assemble it. I'm going to tie some strings on it, make it stronger. You don't have to get it exactly square and level, but the squarer and level you get it, the better it'll be. But you don't have to worry about it too much. Get it together reasonably strong and reasonably straight, and it'll fly just fine. So I just wanted to show you that little trick where you can tape 2 of them against the wall and work on it. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, I've got the structure here just about complete. I added a little extra. I put a wrap of string here and here at the crossbar piece. Just one single wrap of string. I started here, wrapped it a couple of times, went to the next one, wrapped a couple of times, got the run. That adds a little bit of stability. And if you're having trouble keeping this square, it tends to collapse on you. That's only because you haven't made these crossbar joints strong enough. So add some more tape or some more string to these to make these nice and strong, and just stay in the position they're in. If they want to collapse, that's how it'll start to collapse on you. So this thing is just about done. We're going to add the plastic to it. and it'll be ready to fly. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, we're almost done with this box kite. I wanted to show you one of the final steps here. Just cut yourself 2 pieces of plastic that's 11 inches by 48 inches long. You can use newspaper, you can use garbage bag, so 11 by 48. Now you take one end of it, attach it like this. It's a masking tape. Put a couple of pieces of tape on it to secure it. Wrap it around. Bring it up like this so it's complete. So it's all the way around, one revolution. Then cut off your excess and then tape it down. And that'll be done. And on this side, I show you right here, I got this done already. I wrapped it around, taped it down, good to go. And then the final step for that is to put a band of masking tape around the end like this, and one around the end like this. That'll prevent the paper or the plastic from tearing. So one band there, all the way around. And your kite will be just about done. Then I'll show you the final step in a minute. Okay, this is the final step in making the box kite. At a point through the masking tape right here, you cut 2 little holes. You wrap a string around the post, around your little the stick, the dowel, the top of this and the top of this right here, and then you put a string through it that comes out to be 36 inches long in length. So this is 36 inches, and then now this is your lanyard. At the 14-inch point, this is where you're going to connect your kite string to that, because this will actually ride at an angle like this. So at 14 inches here should be about right. That may change depending on the wind and your kite. So you should be able to take that off and put it in a different spot depending on what you need it. But 14 inches is working well for me. So that's it, and the kite is complete. I wanted to mention one more thing. This project is only one of a series of projects. I'm going to do a few more kite projects, but I also got this interesting thing called a kite messenger that I dug up. It's a little project. Attached to this string is your kite string that comes down to you at the ground. Now, this thing called the kite messenger, you can actually attach it where you're at, and it should ride all the way up the string, all the way up to the kite, get released, and then slide right back down the string. That's an interesting project called the messenger, and I'm going to give that a try, and I'll see how that goes. I'll just take a look at that project and how you can do it. It really looks like it's a really fun little thing. Thanks for watching this How to Make a Box Kite project. I got lots of other stuff on my website at www.stormthecastle.com. Be creative. Oh, there it is. There's the box kite flying away. Just wanted to show you that it's working. Now, the next thing, okay, this project's working good. The next thing I'm going to make is called a messenger. It's a special little item that will flow right up the string like this, all the way up to the kite, and then hit a release and then come all the way back down. But that's the second half of this project. But for now, that's the box kite. And it's working great. So, yeah. Huh? It's got some nice pull on it, right?
Coming down.
Run backwards. Run backwards, run. Run, you're losing it. Oh no, oh. Hey, I think you got it back. You got it. Okay, you can come back. That's great. Okay.